This video demonstrates the new project creation procedure, along with the option settings and debugger operations required for building and debugging an FAA program in the eSquare Studio environment. We will use eSquare Studio IDE with RL78 Smart Configurator for this demonstration. You can refer to the video for installation steps and procedure for creating a Smart Configurator project in eSquare Studio. In this demo, we select RL78G24 Fast Prototyping Board as the target board and use COM port RL78 as the hardware debugger. Next, we'll show you how to add an FAA project with Smart Configurator. Click Add Component to open the New Component dialog. Select Flexible Application Accelerator and click Next. Check the configuration name and click Finish. The FAA component is added to the component tree. When using FAA component for the first time, downloading the FAA libraries is required. Click Update FAA modules or Please download FAA data to download them. Select the library you want to download and click Download. In the disclaimer dialog that follows, click Accept. The downloaded libraries are added. Check the boxes for the libraries/functions you will use among the downloaded libraries. If there are any settings in the properties of the checked function, configure them as appropriate. If multiple independent operation type features are used together, error messages may appear in the console window. Make sure there are no error marks in the component tree before generating code. Click Generate Code to generate the source files of the FAA. When the Code Generating dialog appears, click Proceed to continue. Source files of the FAA library are generated and registered in the project. These include the Common Feature API, Selected Feature Dedicated API, and the DSP assembler source file. Call FAA functions in the main function to operate the FAA. In the FAA source file, the code section name is defined as FAA code and the data section name as FAA data. The control process is implemented in this file and executed by the FAA. Before building, set the required build tool options for the FAA program. Some options are set by the Smart Configurator, but you must manually configure the options marked as No. In Project Explorer, right-click the project name and select C++ Project Settings. In the Linker section node, set the Build tool options. Right-click the project name and select Build Project. Confirm there are no errors. Select the Run menu to open the Debug Configurations dialog. Click Project Name Hardware Debug under Renesas GDB Hardware Debugging node. In the Connection Settings tab, select the COM port. Confirm that the FAA core is enabled in the Debugger tab. In the Startup tab, specify the binary module of the FAA program, click Add. In the Add Download Module dialog, click Search Project. Select the binary file containing green DSP in its name. Set Core to FAA and Load Type to Symbols Only. Click Apply and Close. In Run menu, select Debug. When debugging the RL78G24 program, choose whether to debug the CPU or FAA. The debug target can be selected in the debug view. After selecting FAA as the debug target, display the .dsp file containing the FAA program in Editor panel. The address information will appear in the address area, and you can perform debug operations, such as step execution, at the FAA source level. Click Resume, Suspend on the toolbar to run or stop the FAA program. For details about FAA operations, please refer to the application note, RL78G24 Flexible Application Accelerator FAA Tool Guide. For more information about Smart Configurator, visit the Renesas website.